My child, listen closely to my voice as it enfolds your heart in the gentle yet unyielding strength of my presence. You might feel overwhelmed right now, as though the weight of the world presses down upon your shoulders, squeezing the breath from your spirit. The mountains before you seem insurmountable, the valleys beneath shrouded in shadows that chill your soul. This moment, the crossroads where fear and courage intersect, is not one where I leave you fragile or broken. Far from it, my beloved. I have fashioned you with a purpose, shaped you with intention, and breathed into you the very essence of resilience. You are not an accident of time or circumstance. You are crafted by the Master's hand, imbued with a vital strength that cannot be extinguished by the storms raging around you. I see the intense struggles you face, the inner battles that often feel silent and invisible to the world, the doubt that whispers in your ear like a serpent, trying to convince you that you are inadequate or unprepared, does not originate from me. I am the source of strength, the cornerstone on which all true power rests. When it seems as if the forces of darkness close in to remind you of your limitations, remember that the very breath within you is proof that I have called you forth for a reason. Do not shrink back because uncertainty casts its shadow. You are built for this. This season, no matter how daunting, is not greater than the Creator who formed you in layers of grace and grit. I understand the moments when your heart races with anxiety, when your mind turns over every fear and every failure, trying to prove that you're not enough. Yet beneath all that turmoil, the truth lies waiting, steady, unchanging, eternal. Your foundation is mine. In me, you find the courage to take one more step, to rise after failure, to persevere when all else tells you to surrender. I have equipped you richly, not merely with raw power or fleeting motivation, but with my spirit, a quiet lighthouse that guides your soul through the darkest nights. You are fashioned for moments like these. My work in you has prepared you, even if you have yet to see it clearly. Understand this, my dear. The fire refining you now is not meant to destroy, but to purify and strengthen. I allow the trials to stretch and shape you, but never to shatter. When you feel like you are reaching the breaking point, that is precisely when my sustaining hand is closest, wrapping around you with a peace that surpasses all understanding. You may not feel invincible today, but that is the very hallmark of one who is about to discover the depth of their own courage. Every time you choose to stand, even when your knees tremble, you prove that you are indeed built for this. Are you weary? That weariness does not come from me, but from the relentless pressure of a world that often demands more than you think you can give. Rest in the knowledge that my strength is perfected in your weakness. When you embrace your limitations and lean into my power, you unlock reservoirs of resilience that no trial can deplete. This is not a promise of ease, my beloved, but a promise of presence. I have never walked a step behind you. I am there, beside you, breathing life into your weary frame and whispering the courage to keep moving forward. Think back to the times when you barely saw a way through, and yet, by my grace, you did. Those seasons were not accidents. They were preparatory moments, training grounds where your spirit toughened and your faith matured. You carry within you the scars and the stories of victories won through struggle. Those victories testify that you're made for battles like these. You're no stranger to hardship. You are my warrior, equipped with spirit and stamina, chosen to press through the unseen and conquer what lies ahead. Let that truth settle in you now, and rise with the confidence that only I can give. I am calling you to stand firm, not by your own might or wisdom, but through the power that I supply. So often, the world measures worth by what you can do on your own, but I measure it by who you are in me. You are beloved, chosen, victorious, not because of flawless performance, but because of the one who formed you in love and calls you by name. Your identity is not found in fleeting achievements, but anchored deeply in eternal love. When you feel small and unsure, look up and know that the Maker of the heavens and earth has declared you capable and strong. This is the hour for courage. The path before you may twist and dip through unknown territory, but my spirit walks it with you, shining light in places where darkness threatens to steal your sight. You are not alone. You are not forsaken. Every dream, every call upon your life, every flicker of hope is part of a divine tapestry woven by my hands. I have not brought you this far to abandon you now. My plans for you are filled with hope and a future rich in promise. Will you believe me this time? Will you take my hand and step forward into what I've prepared when fear clamors for you to turn back? I do not ask for perfection. I ask for trust. Trust that my strength will be made perfect in your weakness. Trust that you are built for this challenge, this season, this mission that only you can fulfill. You are sewn with the threads of resilience, stitched with courage, and embroidered with my love. Take a deep breath and feel the pulse of life within you, the living spark of my spirit. That spark is not small or insignificant. It is a roaring flame ready to ignite your soul. Stand tall, my dear child. My power is your foundation. I am with you, now and always. Step forward and watch as I prove that you were indeed built for this. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away. Let this divine truth sink deep and wash over your spirit. Your journey has just begun, and it is magnificent because I go before you and I never fail. My dear child, I see the weight you carry, the burden that presses heavy upon your heart, and the quiet ache that lingers in your soul. It is not merely the visible struggles that trouble you, but the unseen wounds, those subtle but persistent echoes of disappointment, doubt, and longing. I know the pain that quiet conversations with yourself bring, the silent battles fought in the privacy of your mind, where fear tries to take hold and whisper lies about your worth and your place in this vast tapestry of life. But I'm here, ever present, watching with eyes full of love, reaching into the depths where you think no one beholds. And I say to you, I'm near. I've never left your side, not even for a moment. In the moments when the darkness seems thickest and the silence deafening, remember that my presence envelops you like the night sky embraces every star. Even when you feel alone or abandoned, like a ship cast off from harbor in a storm, I am the steady lighthouse shining its unwavering beam through the tempest. This is not a time for panic or despair, but for gentle remembrance of the truth you carry, deep within. A truth that cannot be overshadowed by your doubts or the world's noise. You are never forsaken. Your heart, fragile yet resilient, is held in my hands, and my love for you is a river that never ceases to flow, even when it feels as if your well is running dry. I understand the struggle of waiting, of longing for things to change or for wounds to heal, and the impatience that often accompanies this waiting. But know that my timing is perfect, though it may feel slow or incomprehensible to human eyes. In the quiet pause, in the space between your prayers and your answers, I am weaving threads of grace and restoration. Every trial you endure is shaping you into the person you were created to become. Stronger, deeper, and more radiant with the beauty of perseverance and faith. Allow your spirit to rest in this divine patience. Trust that the pause is not emptiness, but preparation, a sacred interval charged with hope and renewal. Let no shame find a foothold in your life, beloved. I see the scars left by mistakes and regret, and I meet them with mercy that surpasses understanding. There is no guilt too heavy, no wrongdoing too great that my forgiveness cannot cover. Like a shepherd tenderly gathers the lambs in his arms, I hold you close, wiping away every tear and healing every broken piece of your heart. Release the harsh judgments you speak to yourself. They are not from me. Receive instead the grace I freely offer and let it transform you. Open your heart to the gentle whisper of my love, which proclaims your freedom and reinstates your dignity. If your heart is heavy with regret, bring it to me now. I am here ready to restore all that has been lost or damaged within you. In this moment of quiet revelation, embrace the truth that you are deeply known, not just by your strengths, but by your vulnerabilities as well. You do not need to hide or pretend, for I delight in your authenticity. The fears you bury, the doubts you wrestle with, the moments you feel unseen, all of these I have witnessed with infinite compassion. My arms are open wide, inviting you to come just as you are. No matter how far you feel you've strayed or how deeply your heart may have been wounded, my patience will never wane. I am not a God of harsh judgment, but of enduring love, of gentle correction that restores rather than condemns. Let this moment be a sanctuary where you rest, a sacred pause amid the noise. Trust in the process of healing that I am unfolding within you. Let my presence be your refuge, your shelter, when storms rage inside and out. Contemplate the promise that even the smallest seed of faith planted in the soil of your heart will grow into a mighty tree, offering shade, refuge, and beauty to your weary soul. Hold fast to this truth. Allow it to work through the depth of your pain and doubt. Now, my dear, will you open your heart to receive this comfort? Will you let the tender whispers of my presence soothe your aching spirit? Trust me in this moment, and let this peace settle deeply within you. My dear, I see the quiet battles you wage within your soul, the moments when doubt creeps in unbidden, and the shadows of fear begin to loom larger than the light I've placed inside you. Fear, anxiety, and doubt are like storm clouds gathering on the horizon of your spirit, threatening your peace and shaking the foundations of your trust. Yet I want you to understand that even in the fiercest tempests of the heart, I am your unwavering refuge, your solid rock where you can stand, unshaken. Do not mistake these feelings for abandonment or failure. They are part of the human condition, a fertile ground where your faith can grow stronger, deeper, and more resilient. Imagine your heart as a great field, sometimes dry and cracked, other times lush and green. Fear and doubt may come as drought or floods, but always with purpose, always as a catalyst to turn your apprehension into strength. I am the gentle rain that seeps into the soil and the warm sun that follows, ready to restore and renew every aching part of you. It is not weakness or lack of trust that defines you in these moments. It is your willingness to wrestle with what you cannot see or understand. The story of your faith is not scripted in moments of certainty, but etched in the courage to face darkness and choose to look toward the light anyway. This is the very essence of trust, not the absence of fear, but the decision to stand firm in my love, despite it. Your anxiety is not a measure of your failure, but a signpost pointing you deeper into the journey where I'm inviting you to rely on me more than ever. Reflect on the times you have felt lost or overwhelmed. Can you remember that quiet whisper inside, the subtle pull that nudged you, not toward despair, but toward hope? That inner voice is my spirit speaking to you, gently compelling you to release control and surrender your worries into my hands. It is here, in these vulnerable moments, that true faith blooms. Do not resist it or shrink back, because you do not see the full path. Instead, lean into my presence and allow it to fill the gaps fear tries to carve in your heart. When you feel the weight of uncertainty pressing down, envision your spirit as a ship caught in turbulent seas. You cannot command the winds or calm the waves on your own, yet you can trust the captain who holds the helm. I am guiding you with a steady hand through the storm, even when you cannot perceive the stars. Every gust that threatens to capsize you is met by my promises to uphold you. This journey is sacred, a passage through the unknown that prepares you to receive the fullness of my peace, which surpasses all understanding. I am molding you through this process, shaping you into a vessel that reflects my light ever more vividly. Doubt is not your enemy, but a refining fire that purifies your beliefs, removing the dross and leaving only what is true and eternal. Embrace it as part of my loving curriculum for your soul's growth. You are neither alone nor forgotten in these moments. My patience knows no bounds, and my compassion is as vast as the heavens. Do not rush this transformation. I am working in the quiet intervals between your fears to strengthen and steady your spirit. Let each anxious thought or trembling uncertainty be met with the truth that I hold your future securely in my hands. I do not expect perfection from you, but I do invite your openness, your willingness to bring your struggles before me and rest in my care. Trust that I am weaving all things together for your good. Even when your mind cannot piece the pattern, you were created with a resilience that rivals the mountains and a heart capable of profound trust despite pain. My dear child, will you allow my reassurance to soothe your restless heart today? Let it wash over you like a gentle stream, calming your storms and refreshing your soul. Your feelings of fear and doubt are not signs of defeat, but invitations to draw nearer to me, to lean into my truth and draw strength from my everlasting arms. Take this moment now to breathe in my peace and release your burdens. As you do, sense the deep, abiding presence of my spirit embracing you with steadfast love. No matter what challenges you face, no matter how loud the whispers of fear become, remember that I am the light that darkness cannot overcome. Rest in this truth and let it anchor your heart in hope. This is a sacred invitation. Hold on to it when shadows fall and anxiety threatens your joy. Make room in your heart to welcome my calming presence and watch how it transforms your weakness into a testimony of unshakable faith. Will you step into this peace, trusting that I am with you every step of the way? Will you believe that my love is stronger than your fears? Let this truth settle in you. My dear, as we continue this journey of your heart, let us walk deeper into the tender realm of healing and restoration, a sacred space where brokenness is not just mended, but transformed into a new testament of my boundless love. I see the wounds you carry, some worn so deeply that you might have forgotten they could ever be whole. The pain lingers in quiet corners of your soul where no one else dares to look. And yet, I have never looked away. I understand how the scars may whisper lies of unworthiness, keep you bound to past shadows, or make you believe restoration is an impossible dream. But my child, those wounds are not the end of your story. They are chapters opened wide, inviting me in to teach you the art of true restoration. Healing in my kingdom is unlike any balm of this world. It is alive, persistent, and tender, crafted through an intimacy with me where time is only a servant, not an enemy. Imagine a river carving through barren land, at times slow, sometimes unseen, but always moving, shaping the earth into fertile ground where life can once again spring forth. That river is my spirit flowing through the brokenness of your heart, softening the hard edges, washing away the debris of pain, and preparing you for renewal. When you feel nothing but silence or emptiness, know it is often the quiet before the floodgates of my grace open wide to flood your soul with healing light. Your restoration begins when you choose to allow me to enter the deepest places of your hurt. I'm not repelled by your mess, your mistakes, or the fragments of your shattered dreams. I hold them with reverence, for in those very fragments, you have placed your trust, your hope, your love. Even when I seem distant, what seems most fragile to you is the very place where my power can manifest fully, for I delight in bringing beauty from ashes and strength from apparent weakness. Let this truth settle in you. I do not merely patch up the broken, I make you wholly new. I do not erase your past, but I transform it into a foundation for future courage. There may be times when the healing feels slow, and the weight of your scars might tempt you to give up. Do not despair in the waiting, beloved, for restoration is often a gradual unveiling, as delicate as the dawn's first light breaking over the horizon. The night shrouds pain with silence, but my presence is never absent. There, in those quiet moments, I am working unseen miracles in the chambers of your heart. I am weaving threads of hope, stitching them carefully alongside the threads of your sorrow, crafting a tapestry more beautiful than you can imagine. Cast off the heaviness of thinking your wounds define you, for they do not. They are merely a part of your journey to healing. I am the master healer, the artist who crafts stories of redemption that no one else can see until I reveal them. Your scars tell stories of battles you have survived, of endurance in the face of despair, and I will turn them into crowns of glory. When you look in the mirror, see not the brokenness alone, but the warrior upon whom I am bestowing strength with every breath. One of the most profound aspects of healing is forgiveness, not only receiving it from me, but extending it to others, and especially to yourself. Forgiveness is not a single moment, but a procession of choices, often repeated like gentle footsteps on a long journey. It is the bridge that leads from the prison of pain into the expanse of freedom. I urge you to release the burdens of bitterness and regret, my dear, for they only imprison the soul I desire to set free. Will you allow me to soften your heart toward forgiveness today? Let it be the gateway to your restoration. I am always near to gather the fragments others might disdain or overlook. Imagine a potter's hands gently folding broken pieces of clay back into the vessel, patiently smoothing and shaping until the vessel is not just whole, but more beautiful and functional than before. That is my touch upon your soul. I will not leave you discarded because you are cracked. Instead, I fill those cracks with my unbreakable love. Your healing is my most cherished masterpiece. In this process, surrender is essential. Resistance can feel like a shield protecting your heart, but sometimes that shield keeps out my healing presence as well. Yield your pain to me, beloved, as a child who trusts the safety of a father's embrace. Allow me to carry the weight of your sorrow, to breathe life into your weary spirit. Do not hold your scars too tightly, for they were meant to remind you of survival, not to cage you in pain. Let this be the moment you choose to lean into my healing arms with vulnerability and courage. Remember that restoration is not simply about the absence of pain, but the blossoming of new life within you. Like a seed hidden under the soil, your heart is undergoing a sacred renovation. Roots taking hold beneath the surface even when you cannot see the growth. Trust my divine timing and my perfect work in you. Though the storm may have swept through your life, the sun always returns warmer and brighter than before. Hold on to that promise, my child, for I am holding you through every wave. I invite you now to bring to me that lingering hurt you are tempted to hide, the ache that refuses to fade. Open your hands and heart in honesty and surrender. No mask, no pretense. Just you and me. As you do, feel the gentle flame of my love begin to kindle warmth inside, kindling light in the darkest parts, restoring what seemed lost. Healing is not a distant reality. It is here now, present in this moment with you. Will you receive it? Will you trust me to make all things new? Let this invitation permeate your soul today. My beloved, my healing power is not a fleeting glimpse, but a steadfast presence. Trust me and let me work miracles in the deepest recesses of your heart. Do not rush the sacred process, but cherish every step as I lead you from brokenness into glorious restoration. Your soul is precious beyond measure, and I am intimately involved in its renewal. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away. Lean into my love's embrace. Open your soul to the healing flow that waits patiently to restore you completely. I'm with you always. My beloved, there are moments when the weight of fear, anxiety, and doubt feels like a relentless storm within your soul, torrents of uncertainty that darken the skies of your heart and make each breath feel heavy and uncertain. I see these storms as they rage inside you, the quiet battles you fight behind closed doors, the sleepless nights when shadows seem to whisper their relentless lies. Yet remember, I am your refuge and your fortress in these times of trial. The tempest that stirs within you does not catch me unaware. I am with you in the whirlwind, carrying you on wings of peace when your strength fails. Fear is often a veil that obscures the truth I've woven into your very being. Anxiety can cloud your sight, whispering doubts about your worth and spinning webs of despair. Doubt creeps in like a silent thief at night, robbing you of the calm assurance found in my presence. But I am the one who calms the seas and speaks peace into chaos. My love is an anchor fastened deep within your soul, unshaken by the battering winds. When your heart races and uncertainty threatens to overwhelm, turn to me, not as one seeking quick escape, but as a beloved child coming into my arms to find rest. Think on the lilies of the field, untroubled by what tomorrow holds, yet clothed in beauty by my own hand. Such care I give to the smallest details of creation. How much more will I not care for you? Your anxieties may be mighty, but they are not stronger than my faithfulness. The doubts that linger are but shadows cast by fleeting uncertainties, while my promises are everlasting. You were not formed for defeat, but for triumph in the face of adversity, rooted in a love that transcends human reason. I know the secret places of your heart where fear hides, and I long to shine my light into those darkened corners. Do not resist the trembling within. It is not weakness, but an invitation to draw closer to me. When you surrender your fears, laying each one like a precious offering, I meet you with arms wide open, offering sanctuaries of peace and assurance. In your moments of trembling, I am your firm foundation, unmovable and steadfast. You were crafted not to be solitary in these trials, but to lean on me, your eternal companion and shield. Anxiety often speaks loudly, drowning out the quiet whispers of truth. But if you will quiet your heart, even for a moment, you will hear my voice as a gentle song of hope. I am not distant or displeased with your frailty. Rather, I cherish your honesty. The very act of coming to me in your brokenness makes your faith real and vibrant. The strength I give is made perfect in weakness. When you feel the shadows closing in, let my presence be the light that pierces through your darkness. Recall the times when you have sensed my peace, when in the midst of trouble, a calm you could not explain settled your soul. That peace is not of the world, but a gift from me, your Creator and Redeemer. It transcends all understanding and brings rest to your mind when the storms rage fierce. Grip tightly to this truth. No matter how strong the winds of worry blow, my peace remains a sanctuary, within you unshaken and sure. I am your defender against the lies that fear and doubt whisper. I weave courage into your spirit, the kind that rises when all around is chaos. Courage that is not found in your own might, but in the recognition that I am fighting for you. When you ask for help, as you often do in the quiet desperation of night, My angels encamp around you, and my spirit breathes strength into your weary bones. You are never alone or forsaken. There is a sacred beauty in vulnerability, beloved. When you bring your fears before me, you acknowledge your need for my grace. This act of humility is nothing to be ashamed of, but a sign of true spiritual maturity. You don't have to hide your doubts. In fact, bring them forth, and I will transform them into stepping stones toward greater faith. Each fear given into my hands diminishes in power, replaced by hope that soars. My dear child, if anxiety or doubt assails you today, I invite you to cast your cares upon me. I bear the weight that is too heavy for you. Do not be overwhelmed by what you cannot control, for I am the master of all things. Trust that even when you cannot see the path clearly, my light guides you step by step. I am working in ways unseen to bring you to a place of peace and assurance that surpasses understanding. Let this truth settle deeply in your spirit. Fear does not define you. Anxiety does not imprison you, and doubt does not have the final word. I have written your story in eternal ink, a story of redemption, power, and unending love. As you face each day, remember that my presence within you is a wellspring of hope and courage, more enduring than the fleeting shadows of uncertainty. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away from me. Bring to me your fears and your doubts. Let us walk this journey together, hand in hand, until the storms subside and dawn breaks with a new light upon your soul. I am with you always, your refuge and strength, your ever-present help in times of need. Breathe deeply of my love and let peace be your portion, today and forever. My dear, when shadows of fear, anxiety, and doubt begin to crowd your heart, I am closer than ever, more present than the very air you breathe. These feelings, heavy as they are, often tell stories of a future filled with unknowns and a past marked by moments of uncertainty. Yet, I am your refuge, not in the distant beyond, but here, now, in every trembling heartbeat and restless night. Fear does not come to imprison you, but to invite you to lean into me more deeply, to discover that my strength is perfected in your weakness. Anxiety may rise like a storm, churning the sea of your soul, but I am the calm beneath the waves, the harbor where your fears find rest. Do you see, beloved, how each whisper of doubt is not a condemnation, but a call to trust? When you feel unsteady, when your spirit wavers like a candle flickering in the wind, do not hide from me. Instead, come closer with your trembling hands stretched out. Let me steady you. Your doubt is not a verdict on your faith, but a beginning, a raw, honest place where genuine surrender starts. Think of the lilies of the field, how they neither fret nor labor, yet they are clothed with beauty and purpose. Your worth is no different, for I have woven it into the fibers of your being, even when you cannot see it through the fog of your insecurities. Remember the time when a great crowd surrounded my son, and even the disciples lost heart. Fear and doubt tried to seize them, but I whispered peace to their souls. So too, I speak peace to you in your moments of trembling. You are not alone. Your fears, although real to you, are never allowed to overshadow the light I have set within you. I created you with a heart designed to overcome, a spirit destined to rise above every shadow. When the darkness feels overwhelming, let that truth settle deep within you. It is my promise that no fear, no matter how consuming, can extinguish the flame I have kindled in your soul. Look at the stars in the nighttime sky, how they shimmer and hold their place, fixed and steady, despite the vast mystery all around. You too have that same enduring spark, a light not dependent on circumstances or feelings, but on my eternal faithfulness. Anxiety tells you lies about the future, but I'm the author of your days. I have numbered them with love and intention. Each breath you draw is a gift, a note in the symphony of your life I am composing. Trusting me does not mean the absence of fear, but rather seeing the fear through my eyes, a lens of hope, strength, and unshakable peace. My dear child, in moments when doubt and fear threaten to claim your heart, pause and breathe in my presence. Breathe out your worries and inhale the calm I pour into you. This is not just a metaphor, but a spiritual training ground for your soul, to exchange your trembling for my steadiness, your anxious heart for one anchored in my love. Your feelings are valid, but they need not define your story. Will you believe me this time when I say that you were never meant to carry this burden alone? Take my hand. Feel the warmth of my touch amidst the storm. This is the place where courage is born. Not in the absence of fear, but in the decision to trust me beyond it. Even when your mind races and thoughts spiral like wild horses, I am with you. I see every tear, every quivering breath, every moment you hide your fears from those around you. These are the moments I hold closest because in your vulnerability, my strength shines brightest. Fear and doubt are not enemies, but canvases upon which I paint my grace and might. Do not resist them with your own frailty. Surrender them into my capable hands. In doing so, you create space for peace to flourish, a peace that transcends all human understanding and immunizes your heart against the storms of life. Reflect on the times I have carried you before, when you felt broken or lost. That same hand carries you now. The fear you wrestle with today is not greater than my power to overcome it. Anxiety is not the end of your journey, but a part of the path to deeper faith and trust. The night may be dark, but my light shines brightest in the absence of all other lights. Let this truth saturate your being. You are held by an unbreakable love, nurtured by a faithfulness that never falters. Your doubt does not distance you from me. It draws you closer into the secret place of my heart. So, beloved, carry these words within you as a shield against the voices of fear. Whenever anxiety threatens to take hold, whisper my name and feel the tremors within you begin to settle. Do not shrink back or pretend your doubts do not exist. Bring them into the open, into my presence, where they dissolve in the warmth of my embrace. Let your heart learn the rhythm of trust, even in uncertainty, for that is where true peace lives. Will you turn toward me now, even when your soul trembles? Will you take my hand and walk with me into the quiet confidence of my love? The choice is yours, and my heart eagerly waits to receive the surrender of your fears. Do not rush this process. Trust is cultivated in moments, in quiet, in slow breaths. I am patient and constant, my dear. I will not abandon you or let your spirit be torn in pieces by the tumult within. Instead, I gather every fragment with care and weave them into a tapestry of hope and resilience. Together, we will transform your doubts into pillars of faith, your fears into stepping stones of courage. Let this be the dawn of a new chapter, where your heart no longer runs from uncertainty, but stands firm in the assurance of my unchanging presence. If your heart is stirring, do not turn away. Come closer, stay a while, breathe with me. Let me show you how fear, anxiety, and doubt are not chains but keys, keys that unlock the deeper chambers of my love and power within you. Yours is a story of victory, waiting to unfold, a journey from trembling uncertainty to triumphant trust. I am by your side, guiding each step, holding you steady, and infusing you with my peace. Will you walk with me now into this place of unshakable peace and fearless trust? I am here, always here. Let your heart rest in this truth today, my child, my precious child. I see how your heart wrestles beneath the weight of fear, anxiety, and doubt. The tempest inside you is not invisible to me. I hear the silent cries, the trembling whispers that question your worth, your journey, and your future. Within the quiet corners of your being where shadows threaten to linger, I am there, steady and unwavering. A refuge that no storm can penetrate. Fear, you must understand, is a veil that distorts the glorious landscape I have painted just for you. It seeks to blind you from the radiant truth of my presence. Anxiety is a thief, stealing the joy that bubbles like a spring beneath your soul's surface. Doubt is a fog that clouds the clear sky of faith I wish you to walk beneath. Yet none of these have power to separate you from my love or to subdue the hope I breathe into your spirit. I want you to imagine for a moment a great lighthouse standing firm on a jagged coastline, piercing through the darkest nights and the fiercest storms. That lighthouse is your heart when it leans into me. Its light is my peace, flooding your innermost being, a guiding flame that can never be extinguished. The waves of fear crash, but they do not claim victory. The winds of anxiety howl, but they do not silence the beacon. No storm is too fierce for the light I place within you. I know the nights have grown long and the questions have multiplied. You may feel fragile, as though your hands cannot grasp the assurance you so deeply crave. Yet, my dear, vulnerability is not a sign of weakness. It is an invitation to surrender, to lean not on the faltering strength of your own resolve, but on my everlasting arms. When you feel the ground shift beneath you, reach out, not in vain desperation, but with childlike trust, knowing I am your steadfast foundation. You might fear the unknown, the paths not yet revealed, the darkness where your vision fails. I'm teaching you that faith is not the absence of uncertainty. It is the courage to step forward despite it. It is the quiet confidence that I have already marked the road, that every turn, every pit stop, every challenge is woven into my grand design for your life. You are never walking alone, even when the night seems endless. Doubt will whisper lies, that you are forgotten, unworthy, or too broken to be healed. But hear me now, child. I do not make junk. I craft beauty from your fractures and scars. Each doubt is a nail I want you to remove gently one by one, so that your heart may rise stronger, not burdened by the weight of unbelief. I am patient and persistent because my love for you is relentless. Will you let me loosen those shackles today? Anxiety can be like a relentless tide, pulling you beneath waves of what if and never. It distracts your vision from the celestial expanse I invite you to behold. Here is my promise I want you to hold close. I do not give you a spirit bound by fear, but a spirit alive with courage and peace. You are crafted with my breath, endowed with strength that surpasses understanding. Holding on to this truth anchors you when the seas chafe violently. Come to me with all your fears. Speak aloud the worries that weigh heavily inside. I am not distant. I am nearer than your breath. I am the whisper of calm when the thunder roars. My love is your fortress, an unshakable sanctuary where your soul can find rest. This is not mere comfort, but a transformational reality waiting for your acceptance. Will you place your trembling hands in mine and trust me as your unwavering guide through the anxiety? The invitation I extend is this: do not let fear dictate your story. Lift your gaze beyond the present moment, beyond the shadows that seek to claim dominion over your heart. I am crafting a tapestry of hope and restoration from the threads of your trials and victories alike. Each moment of courage, though small, is a seed of faith blossoming into something magnificent. You are not defined by the doubts that visit, but by the faith that endures. Feel the pulse of my heart within you. the steady rhythm of a love that neither fails nor falters. It reaches into the deepest recesses of your being, covering every anxious thought and silencing every fearful whisper. You are designed for joy, for peace, and for a grandeur beyond your present struggle. Let this be your refuge, a place where doubt cannot dwell, where fear cannot take root, and where anxiety cannot steal what I have given freely, my limitless love and unshakable peace. When the dark moments come, and they will come, do not turn away. Face them with me. Speak your fears aloud, lay them at my feet, and breathe in my reassurance. Each breath you take is a gift, a chance to be renewed by my presence. In these moments, allow me to show you that weakness is transformed into strength, fear into faith, and doubt into certainty. Today, believe that I hold your heart, steadying it amidst the chaos. You belong to me, forever cherished and deeply known. If your heart is stirring with hesitation or hope, do not turn away. Come closer, rest in my love, and know that beyond fear, anxiety, and doubt lies a reality, bathed in eternal light and peace. Will you believe me this time? My dear, sometimes the shadows within you whisper lies that make you feel lost, abandoned, or unseen, like a ship adrift on a vast ocean without a guiding star. But I want you to know intimately that there has never been a moment when I turned away from you or ceased to watch over you. Even in the loneliest nights when your soul feels a solitude so heavy, it threatens to overwhelm. My presence envelops you, a constant, unshakable light piercing through every darkness. I am closer than the breath you take, nearer than the blood in your veins. You might not always feel this truth in the rush of emotions or the pounding silence, but it breathes deeply into your spirit. That feeling of being lost does not come from me. It's a burden the enemy would place upon your heart to convince you that you are invisible to the heavens. But nothing could be further from the reality of my steadfast love. Every tear you have shed has been gathered and treasured. Your name is written on my hands, a testament to my unwavering commitment to you, even when you forget who you are or where you belong. My child, the loneliness you experience is not a wilderness where you wander alone. It is a fertile ground from which a deeper relationship with me can grow. I meet you there, in the wilderness of your confusion and pain. I do not ask you to understand fully why the night is so long or why the silence is so thick, only to trust that I am actively working behind the scenes of your heart's story for your good. Remember the times in your past when you felt utterly alone, yet found unexpected pockets of strength or moments of grace that lifted you up. Those were my hands guiding you. Like a parent who watches anxiously yet patiently as their child struggles to take the first steps, I watch over each faltering moment, cheering you on with tenderness and hope. There is beauty in feeling lost, beloved, not because lostness is the purpose, but because it is a precursor to being found. Your soul, like a precious vessel, is being crafted into something magnificent through these trials. I am the potter, and you remain gloriously in my hands, molded by my love and my promises. Your perception of being unseen does not define your reality, for I see you more clearly than you see yourself. I urge you to lay down the heavy cloak of isolation that weighs on your spirit. I'm calling you into a sacred intimacy, not through grandiose signs or loud proclamations, but through the quiet whisper within your heart that urges you to come closer. Dwell in the secret place of my presence, where the noise of the world fades, and you are reminded that you belong deeply to me. When your mind begins the harmful dialogue of self-condemnation or despair, catch those thoughts and bring them before me. Replace them with the truth that you are a beloved child, known from all eternity, chosen before time began, and cherished beyond measure. Let this truth invade the dark corners of your soul until light overwhelms the shadow. Even when friends turn away, when doors close, and when your own voice is barely a whisper, my love remains loud and indisputable. There is a sacred belonging that cannot be taken from you by earthly rejection or personal failure. It is a belonging rooted in me. When you feel unseen by the world, I see you fully. When you feel abandoned by man, I am your father who never leaves or forsakes. Your pain has not gone unnoticed, your struggles not unloved. I carry your heart in my hands. I know every secret, every longing, every cry that your lips never learned to voice. Do not mistake your feelings for truths, because feelings are often deceived by the enemy, whereas my promises stand immutable and eternal. I want to restore the joy of your salvation and the peace that surpasses worldly understanding back into your soul. You were never meant to walk this life burdened by the weight of loneliness or despair, but to run freely in the light of my love, dancing in the knowledge of your value and my faithfulness. Slowly, begin to open your heart to me in prayer and meditation, allowing my spirit to bring healing where you feel broken. It is my profound desire to rebuild the places in you that have been bruised, to fill the empty spaces with my perfect peace, and to surround you with a community of love and grace that reflects my heart. Step into this invitation with courage and vulnerability. Let yourself be seen by me fully, and find your true home in my embrace. Take this moment now to turn inward and listen carefully. Can you feel me near, extending my hand in invitation? I am here, waiting patiently for you, ready to remind you of your worth, to comfort your soul, and to assure you that you are never, ever alone. The ache of feeling lost does not mark the end of your journey. It signals a new beginning, a divine opportunity to be found by love that will never fail. Trust me with your heart today, because in surrendering your loneliness to me, you will find a peaceful belonging that no one can take away. Will you reach for me now and refuse to let go? Will you allow my presence to envelop you fully and to speak to the deepest parts of your being? I am with you, my dear one, always with you. Let this truth settle in you. My dear child, I see the heaviness that weighs upon your heart when shadows of doubt begin to cloud your mind and spirit. There's a battle fierce and silent that wages within you, an unseen tempest of fear, anxiety, and hesitation that threatens to drown the light I have placed deep inside your soul. Your footsteps falter, and you question the path ahead, wondering if the promises you hold on to are mere illusions whispered by the wind. Yet, my beloved, hear me now. Fear is not from me, though it often visits as a thief in the night, seeking to steal your peace and identity. When your spirit trembles with uncertainty, remember that I am the ancient anchor in your storm. You do not walk this journey alone. The breath in your lungs, the beat of your heart, each moment that dawns is a declaration of my steadfast presence. Fear is a shadow, real yet insubstantial in the light of my love. Anxiety is a whirlwind swirling around your mind, but I am the calm center that remains when the winds die down. You may feel small before the vast unknown, but I have woven you with threads of strength beyond human comprehension, glimmering with resilience as vivid as the stars that pierce the night sky. Child, anxiety whispers lies that sound true, but I am truth incarnate. When your mind races with what if and I cannot, let these thoughts fall away like leaves from the tree of your trust. Do not silence your fears by force, nor try to hide them beneath a veil of pretend courage. Instead, bring them into my light. Offer me your trembling heart, your restless mind, your unanswered questions. I am not distant nor indifferent. I cradle your sorrows and wrap you in a mantle of peace that surpasses understanding. Think of the stars scattered across the heavens, each one burning bright despite their immense distance and the darkness that surrounds them. Child, you are just as magnificent, illuminated by my breath, meant to shine amid trials and moments of despair. The anxiety you feel is not a reflection of your weakness, but a signal that you are alive, that you care deeply and long for security and certainty. The journey of faith does not ask for perfection in bravery, but calls you into a tender surrender, the kind where strength is born, not from the absence of fear, but through the courage to keep moving despite it. There are times when the night is thick and the silence loud. In those instances, do not rush to flee your feelings or demand that peace arrive on your schedule. Healing is not hurried, and my timing is always perfect, even if it feels slow. I'm with you in the waiting, holding you securely when hope seems fragile and the weight of tomorrow presses down hard. I do not condemn the questions you bring. I meet you there, in the unrest, offering a hand of grace without one single word of judgment. Your fear may whisper, "What if I fail? What if I am not enough?" Yet, beloved, I will never fail you, and you are more enough than you realize. The truth is that your worth does not rest on your achievements or circumstances, but is rooted deeply in my unwavering love for you. When your heart is heavy with doubt, lift your gaze to me, the faithful witness of your struggles and the source of unending hope. Let my presence flood into the darkest corners of your mind, gently displacing every thought that chains you in despair. Do not hesitate to lean into the discomfort, for it is in this very place where transformation begins. Faith is a seed, planted in soils of uncertainty, nurtured by persistence and watered with trust. You might not see the fruit right away, but it will come, more beautiful and abundant than you dared to imagine. Will you open your heart to receive this reassurance? Will you let these words settle deep, echoing through your spirit with the power to quiet every anxious whisper? In this moment, I invite you to lay down your burdens at my feet. Surrender your fears, your doubts, your restless spiraling thoughts, and rest assured that I am greater than every challenge you face. You are enveloped in a love that is vast as the ocean, steady as the mountains, and gentle as the morning breeze. Do not allow fear to steal your sight of this truth. Instead, hold fast to me as your refuge and strength, an ever-present help in times of trouble. The road ahead may not always be clear, but I am the light that never fades, guiding your steps through every shadow. And even when your heart threatens to shatter beneath the weight of worry, know that I am there to mend every broken piece with tender hands and a mother's fierce care. Anxiety may knock and linger, but it shall not overcome you. For you are stronger than any fear, because you are beloved of me. Let this encounter with your fears become a sacred space where you meet my peace, where your trembling heart learns the rhythm of my unshakable love. Trust, child, that I am working all things for your good, even when the path is tangled and the night seems endless. I am the whisper in the silence, the steady pulse beneath your chaos, the calm eye within the storm. Do not turn away from this reassurance. If your heart is stirring, reach for me once more, and I will embrace you with a love that conquers every terror. Remember always, you are not abandoned, nor are you forgotten. I am with you, walking beside you into every moment of uncertain tomorrows. Fear is natural, but it is never final. Draw near to me and let my enduring presence breathe peace into your soul. This is my promise, my dear child. Rest in it, and let it transform your anxious heart into a vessel of faith, hope, and victorious joy. My dear, you have journeyed with me through valleys shadowed by doubt, through landscapes of uncertainty where the winds of fear and confusion once roamed wild and unchecked. Now here we stand together, adorned by the gentle light of restored hope and the quiet strength born from the depths of surrender. This moment, this sacred pause, is where I invite your soul to breathe deeply and recognize who you have always been in my sight. Feel for a moment the undeniable truth that pulses beneath every trembling heartbeat. You are mine, crafted with purpose, intricately woven with threads of eternal love and divine intention. Your identity is not a fleeting thought nor a fragile dream. It is a fortress, unshaken by storms. Though the world may have whispered lies into your ear, seeking to dim the radiant light I placed within you, know this: your worth is anchored in my unchanging character. Nothing that has been done, nothing that has been suffered can sever the bond I have sealed with your heart. Look back on the chapters we have walked together, the places where shame tried to chain you, where fear sought to drown the flame of courage in your spirit. See how those moments were not the end, but the refining fire. Each trial, purposed to draw you ever closer to me, the source of your strength. I have lifted you when you felt beneath the weight of your own failures, gathering you like a shepherd gathers scattered lambs, tender and relentless in my pursuit. Rest now in the peace of my embrace. Here you are fully forgiven, fully healed, fully known. My beloved, the destiny I have carved for you is luminous beyond your imagining. I see the threads of purpose stretched out before you like a tapestry waiting to be revealed. You have been prepared for this very hour, not alone, but with my spirit as your guide and companion. Trust in the slow unfolding of my plans, for they carry you inch by inch beyond despair into a completeness no earthly eye can yet behold. Even when silence falls heavy, remember that my timing is perfect, and I am whispering life into your waiting heart. I am not a distant observer, but a loving Father who delights in your every breath. Intimacy with me is not a reward for the worthy, but a gift freely given to all who dare to reach out. Come with your brokenness, your questions, your restless longing. In the quietness, I am nearer than you think. Let the chords of your spirit be intertwined with mine, forming a melody strong enough to overcome every discord in your soul. As you move forward, carry this unshakable truth. You belong to me, and I to you. You are the delight of my heart, the masterpiece of my creation. No shadow ever cast can extinguish the light that I have placed within you. You are seen, you are cherished, you are called to rise in the fullness of your being. Now I ask you gently, will you take this transformation and hold it close? Will you walk boldly into the future I have shaped for you? Trust that with me, your path will be guided, your steps kept firm, your spirit renewed daily. My promises are not empty words, but lifeblood coursing through the veins of time. Let this revelation settle deeply in your soul. Let it become your anchor and your song. You are my beloved, my child, my treasured one. I call you to rise, to shine, to live in the fullness of my love and purpose. Amen. If your heart is stirred by this message, hold on to it. Share it with someone who needs to hear my voice today. Save it as a reminder that I am always near, always faithful, and forever yours. My beloved child, listen closely. I have told you this before, and I say it to you again now. I have never forsaken you. Not for a moment have I taken my eyes off of you. Even in the nights of weeping and in the mornings where hope felt distant, I was right there, beside you, surrounding your life with my divine presence. I watched you rise from the ashes of despair, your heart still whispering my name, even when your voice had no strength left. You have not been alone, not then, not now, not ever. You must understand that my love is not fleeting. It is not dependent on your performance or perfection. My love is constant, eternal, unconditional, and driven by a desire to bless you, restore you, and bring you into the fullness of the purpose I have set before you. You wonder if your prayers were heard when silence seemed to answer your cries. You doubted whether I was near when pain covered your days like a heavy cloak. But even then, I was closer than your breath. I was sheltering your soul, holding your tears, collecting them as precious offerings of your faith. For when you cry, heaven does not grow silent. It awakens with compassion. When your soul bows in surrender, when your knees bend in desperation and adoration, the heavens open, and I dispatch angels to fight on your behalf. You do not see all that unfolds in the spiritual realm, but know this: nothing escapes my eyes, and nothing you offer in faith is ever in vain. You ask how long, and I hear it. That silent question in your heart that carries the weight of your waiting. How long must you endure? How long before the breakthrough comes? Child, I am not slow in keeping my promises. I'm not blind to your need or deaf to your prayers, but I work in perfect timing and divine sequence, where every delay is part of your development and every silence is an invitation for deeper trust. You are not forgotten in the delay. You are being shaped, strengthened, readied. Do not grow weary in the waiting, for your appointed time is near. Each moment that you have chosen to believe rather than despair, I have taken note. Each decision you made to trust when it made no sense, to worship when the weight was unbearable, to stand when you wanted to fall. I saw it, and I smiled upon you with delight, for that is the faith that pleases me. That is the heart I use to change the world. I have never asked you to be perfect, only to believe. And you, my beloved, you have believed through the fire. You have held fast even when you didn't feel strong. And because of that, you are standing on the threshold of a mighty transformation. There are things you've prayed for that are already on their way. Yes, there are breakthroughs and miracles being released even now. You may not see them yet, but soon you will. With your own eyes, you will witness the answers arrive like waves of light breaking through the darkest night. What I promised, I will do. What I declared, I will accomplish. You do not need to strive to make it happen in your strength. It is by my Spirit. It is my power that will part the waters, move the mountains, and open the doors. Your part is to remain steadfast. Cling to my word. Refuse to let doubt speak louder than my voice. I have heard your confessions in the secret place, the tears you have cried alone, the dreams you've buried because life tried to convince you they were impossible. But I tell you now, I am the God of the impossible. I am the God who revives dead dreams, who calls forth what is not as though it were. I am breathing life into every area where hope seemed lost. I am restoring joy where sorrow lived too long. I am turning mourning into dancing and ashes into crowns of glory. You are not disqualified from my blessings. You are not too broken to be used. Your past does not define your future, for I am the one who writes your story. And I do not write tragedies. I write testimonies. I will use every piece of your pain for purpose. Every wound will become a wellspring of compassion and strength. You are not marked by your failure. You are marked by my grace. You are chosen, beloved, set apart for a divine assignment that only you can fulfill. Lift your head. Shake off the shame. Let go of the regrets. I am doing a new thing in you. Do you not perceive it? Even now it is springing up. The dry places of your soul are being saturated with living water. The barren places of your heart are beginning to blossom. You will not leave this season the same. You will emerge with new strength, with deeper wisdom, with a fiercer love for me and for the people I've called you to impact. I see your heart, even when others misunderstand. I know the intentions behind your actions, even when they are judged unfairly. Trust me to defend you. Let me be your vindication. Your value is not measured by others' opinions. It is established in my eternal love. I rejoice over you with singing. I celebrate every act of faith, every choice to keep going, every moment you worshiped me through your tears. You are precious to me, and so I say again, I have not forsaken you. I have not walked away. I never will. You are mine. My hand is upon you. My spirit is within you. My angels surround you. You are in the center of my heart, and nothing can snatch you from my grasp. No storm, no failure, no attack from the enemy can separate you from my love. You are anchored in me, and in me you will always find peace, strength, direction, and victory. The journey ahead is filled with promise, but you must keep walking. Do not look back. Do not let the past paralyze you. What's behind you has no power to stop what I'm about to do. What's before you is far greater. So rise, my beloved. Take my hand, and let us begin again. This is not the end. It's only the beginning. My child, now that you have heard my voice calling you out of the valley, do not hesitate. There is a holy urgency in the spirit, a divine stirring in the atmosphere around you. The seeds I planted in the depths of your waiting season are breaking forth. Though hidden beneath the soil of suffering and perseverance, they have been growing. The pain you endured was not pointless. It was the pressure that pushed purpose to the surface. I've been working behind the scenes in ways you could never imagine. While the enemy tried to convince you that nothing was changing, I was setting the stage for your transformation. You felt invisible, forgotten, like your prayers echoed in silence. But I was right there, shaping your character, healing your wounds, deepening your roots. I never ignored your tears. I bottled them. I never looked away from your struggles. I carried you through them. Every moment you chose to still believe, to lift your hands in praise when everything in you wanted to quit. You were building an altar of faith that has touched heaven. And now heaven is responding. I'm calling you higher, not just in position or provision, but in intimacy. I want you to know me beyond the surface. I want your heart to beat in rhythm with mine. This is not a season to rush ahead or lean on your own understanding. It's a season of deeper surrender. Come to me daily. Bring your weariness, your confusion, your unanswered questions. I can handle it all. I'm not afraid of your doubts or your fears. I'm the one who gently untangles every knot in your soul and replaces anxiety with peace. The enemy has tried to steal your peace through chaos and uncertainty. He has whispered lies that sounded so close to truth. Lies that you are not enough, that you've missed your chance, that it's too late. But I silence every one of those voices now. You are more than enough, because I live in you. You are not late. You are right on time in my divine timeline. The road you've walked has not been a detour. It has been divine preparation. I've seen your quiet battles and your unseen victories. You have won more in the silence than many win on stages. There is a weight of glory coming that will rest on your life, not to elevate your name, but to reveal mine. I'm about to use your life to display my goodness in ways that will silence the mouths of those who doubted and ignite the faith of those who watched you endure. This is more than personal breakthrough. This is generational transformation. I am redeeming not just your time, but your legacy. I am restoring your name, your family, your dreams, and your strength. And I say to you, do not underestimate what I can do in a moment. What has taken years to tear down, I can rebuild in a breath. What has seemed impossible for man is possible for me. I'm not restricted by what restricts you. I'm not limited by your resources, your knowledge, or your past. I am the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth, and I lack nothing. If I can speak galaxies into existence, I can surely speak healing, restoration, and abundance over your life. But you must let go of what you were never meant to carry. Release the guilt. Let go of the shame. Drop the fear. You cannot move into the next season if your hands are full of yesterday's burdens. I want to give you new strength, but you must release the old pain. I want to crown you with joy, but you must lay down the ashes of disappointment. I want to clothe you in righteousness, but you must remove the rags of self-condemnation. You are forgiven. You are chosen. You are loved with an everlasting love that cannot be earned or lost. Let this truth wash over you. I am for you, not just when you are strong, but especially when you are weak. My power is made perfect in your weakness. You don't have to pretend with me. I see it all. The thoughts you've never voiced, the fears you've tried to suppress, the longings you're almost afraid to hope for. And I still call you mine. I still pursue your heart. I still believe in the beauty I placed within you when I formed you in your mother's womb. You're not forgotten. You're not disqualified. You are a vessel of my glory. And now I call you into alignment. No more double-mindedness, no more spiritual apathy. It's time to wake up, time to rise, time to move forward in faith and fire. Stir the embers of your devotion. Return to the secret place with fresh passion. Seek my face, not just my hand. Desire my presence more than my promises, and you will find me. You will hear me. I will reveal mysteries, release blueprints, and guide your steps with divine precision. The days ahead will require your courage, but you will not walk alone. I'm equipping you with everything you need. My spirit is your comforter, your teacher, your strength. Lean into me, and you will never be without wisdom. Call on me, and I will answer. Trust in me, and I will direct your path. This is the time to rebuild. This is the hour of awakening. This is the moment I have chosen to lift you up and show you just how powerful my love is when poured out without limit. I am not done with you. I have barely begun. What you thought was the end was merely the turning of a page. The best chapters are still being written, and they will be filled with miracles, with testimonies, with songs of deliverance and joy. Stand firm, my child. Keep your eyes on me. Let the world fade away and let my voice become the loudest sound in your soul. I am your God. I am your refuge. I am your Father. And I am here. My beloved, let me take you even deeper. There is a stirring in your spirit that you cannot ignore. That longing, that ache you feel within your soul. It is not confusion. It is not weakness. It is the sound of your heart answering my call. I'm drawing you into a place of greater intimacy. You've tasted my presence before, but now I invite you to feast. You've walked beside me, but now I call you to abide in me. No longer a visitor, I want you to dwell in the sanctuary of my heart, where every fear dissolves and every wound finds its healing. Do not let the distractions of this world deafen your ears to my voice. The noise of life will try to drown out the whisper of my spirit. You must guard your heart, child. You must fight to remain connected, not by might, not by human striving, but through surrender and stillness. I speak in the quiet moments, in the soft wind, in the depths of your spirit where my truth echoes. When you rise in the morning, invite me in. Before the noise begins, let my word be the first voice you hear. Let my love be the first embrace you feel. I want to walk with you through every decision, every season, every battle. Nothing is too small to bring before me. I see the details. I care about the little things. I'm not a distant God, indifferent or unreachable. I am present. I am involved. I am closer than you think, holding your hand, guiding your path, rejoicing over you with songs of deliverance. You are not alone in this life. I am your constant. When others leave, I remain. When storms rise, I still the winds. When the darkness creeps in, I shine my light through you. And oh, how I love to see you grow. You've changed more than you realize. What once would have broken you now builds you. What once would have silenced you now stirs up bold prayers within you. Do you see it? Do you feel it? The strength I have placed in your spirit is not your own. It is mine. I am forming you into a pillar, a testimony of endurance and divine resilience. Your scars are becoming stories of victory. Your past is being redeemed with every step forward. You are not who you were. You are becoming everything I saw when I first dreamed of you. Lift your eyes, child. Look again. Look, not with your natural eyes, but with the eyes of faith. There is more for you than what surrounds you right now. You may feel confined, limited by circumstance, but I'm expanding your territory. I'm enlarging your vision. The narrow path you've walked is about to open into wide fields of promise. But you must walk forward. You must not turn back to Egypt when Canaan is before you. You must not settle for survival when I have called you to thrive. Do not compare your journey with others. Each story I write is unique. What I have planned for you is tailor-made for the dreams I planted in your heart. Trust that my timing is perfect. What looks like delay is divine orchestration. What seems like loss is making space for gain. The pruning season is painful, yes, but it prepares the branch to bear much fruit. I prune because I love you. I discipline because you are my child. Do not resist it. Embrace it. Let my refining fire purify, not punish. I am shaping you into someone who can carry the weight of the blessing I'm about to release. Many will look to you and ask how you made it. They will see your peace and wonder how it survived the storm. They will ask about the source of your joy, and you will tell them, "It is the Lord." You will testify of my faithfulness. You will become a voice of hope to the hopeless, a light to those still wandering in darkness. Your story will become a doorway through which others will find me. This is not just about your healing, it's about your calling. You are a vessel I am preparing for a divine outpouring. And I say this to you now, do not be afraid of the weight of the blessing. Do not fear success. You were made for impact. You were formed for influence. Not the kind the world chases, but the kind that shakes spiritual realms and changes hearts. The influence of a yielded soul, the power of a surrendered life, the light of a child of God who walks humbly and boldly with me. I am healing your identity. The lies that told you you were insignificant, I crush them now under the truth of my word. You are chosen. You are set apart. You are seen. You are loved with a love that cannot be measured or shaken. I call you my own, and I delight in you. So rise, not with pride, but with purpose. Stand tall, not in arrogance, but in awareness of who you are in me. Let your faith be loud. Let your prayers be bold. Let your heart be open, for this is your season of unveiling. You've hidden long enough. You've dimmed your light too many times. But now, I say shine. Let the brilliance of who I created you to be come forth. For the world is in desperate need of light, and I have called you to be that light. Trust me, believe me, walk with me, and I will take you places your heart has only dared to dream. I am the God who does exceedingly and abundantly more than you can ask or imagine, and I have only just begun. My child, as you continue to walk with me, you must understand the power of your surrender. The world teaches you to fight for control, to cling to your own strength, to hustle and strive. But I, your God, call you to rest. Not in passivity, but in faith. When you release your grip on the things you cannot change, you make room for my divine hand to move. When you step out of the way, I step in. I never intended for you to carry the weight of your world alone. That's why I said, cast your cares upon me, for I care for you. You have carried burdens that were never yours to bear. You have worried over things that only I can fix. You've stayed awake in the night while I was ready to work on your behalf. But child, hear me now. You can lay it all down. You can breathe deeply and trust that I've got this. Not just parts of it, but all of it. Your finances, your health, your family, your dreams, your unknowns, they are safer in my hands than in yours. Release them. Let me show you what I can do when you truly believe. I'm not asking you to give up your responsibility. I'm asking you to give up your anxiety. Walk in wisdom. Be faithful with what is in your hand. But do not allow fear to guide your steps. Fear is not from me. It is a thief, a liar, a master of illusions. Fear will paint worst-case scenarios and call them prophecy. But my word, my promise, my truth, that is your foundation. I have declared good plans for you, plans of hope, peace, and a future. Cling to that. Let it be the compass that points your heart north when the winds of doubt blow hard. There will be days when your emotions wage war against your faith, days when circumstances scream louder than my still, small voice. But that is when you must dig deeper. That is when your roots must hold fast. Remember what I've spoken in the light when darkness tries to cloud your vision. Write my promises on the walls of your heart. Let my word be your anchor, your sword, your shelter. For the battle is real, but you are not defenseless. I have armed you with truth, with righteousness, with peace, with faith, with salvation, and with the word, sharpened and alive. Do not be afraid to fight. You are not weak. You are a warrior. Not because of your own strength, but because of my spirit within you. Every time you choose to forgive instead of retaliate, you win. Every time you speak life instead of death, you conquer. Every time you get back up after falling, you declare that I am still God over your life. This is the warfare of the faithful, not flashy, not loud, but powerful in the unseen realms. I see you not as the world sees you, but as I created you. You may feel small, but I see a giant slayer. You may feel fragile, but I see unshakable faith. You may feel lost, but I see the steps of the righteous being ordered by my hand. And I take delight in every step you take toward me, even the trembling ones, especially the trembling ones. You do not need to have it all together to come close. You do not need to wait until you're better, stronger, wiser. Come now. Come raw. Come honest. Come broken. My grace is not intimidated by your mess. My mercy is not discouraged by your struggle. I am the God who touches the leper, who dines with the outcast, who lifts the fallen. I am the God who stoops low to lift you high. You've been waiting for a sign. Let this be it. I'm with you. I'm moving. I'm shifting things in your favor, even when it doesn't look like it. I'm working behind the scenes, orchestrating divine appointments, removing wrong alignments, opening doors no man can shut. You will see my hand, not just in the miraculous, but in the mundane. I am in the details, in the gentle breeze, in the unexpected kindness, in the quiet strength to keep going. You're not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not overlooked. I am the God who leaves the 99 to pursue the one. And today, I am pursuing you, not to condemn, but to comfort, not to shame, but to restore, not to punish, but to embrace. You are my delight. You are my joy. You are the apple of my eye. The lies of the enemy will try to steal this truth. He will remind you of your failures, your flaws, your fears. He will replay every moment where you stumbled, every word spoken in doubt, every time you questioned me. But let me remind you of the cross. Let me remind you of the blood that was shed, not to shame you, but to redeem you. You are not your worst moment. You are not your biggest mistake. You are mine. Redeemed, renewed, restored. So lift your head, child. Let the shame fall off like chains. Let the past break off like brittle leaves in the wind. Step into the light of my grace. You are not too far. You are not too late. You are exactly where you need to be, in the presence of the one who knows you fully and loves you completely. Breathe again. Rest again. Believe again. My precious child, let me now whisper something deeper into the very soul of your being. I have always known who you are. Before your first breath, before your first word, before your first heartbreak, I saw you. I crafted your life with intentionality. Every fiber of your being, every facet of your heart, every dream that beats within you, I placed it there. You are not a mistake. You are not a burden. You are not too much, and you're certainly not too little. You're exactly as I designed you to be, with my breath flowing through your lungs and my fingerprint upon your spirit. You may not understand everything you've been through, the pain, the disappointments, the betrayals. They've left questions lingering in the corners of your mind. But I want you to hear me now with the clarity of heaven's voice. Nothing in your life has been wasted. Not one tear, not one trial, not one lonely night. I am the God who redeems everything. What the enemy meant for evil, I turn for good. What man misused, I will use for my glory. I am rewriting the narrative of your life, and it will be a story of victory, not defeat, of grace, not disgrace, of hope, not despair. You have cried out, "Why, Lord?" And I have heard you. I do not ignore the cries of my children, but some answers are not meant to be understood in the moment. Some wounds must first become wells of empathy, wisdom, compassion, and divine strength. You see brokenness. I see beauty being forged. You feel like giving up. I see the moment just before the breakthrough. Trust me, not just with your past, but with your pain. Let me turn your mourning into a ministry, your mess into a message, your scars into signs of supernatural grace. Do not despise your weakness. It is the doorway through which my power flows. The world says to hide your flaws, to wear masks, to strive for perfection. But I say to you, my power is made perfect in your weakness. My glory shines best through broken vessels. Let me be your strength. Let me be the one who carries you when your legs no longer move. You were never meant to do this alone. I never created you to live independent from me. You were made to walk with me, to lean on me, to find in me your everything. I see how hard you've tried to be strong for others, how often you've poured yourself out, giving love, support, time, and grace, even when you felt empty. And though others may not have seen your sacrifices, I have. Though they may not have understood the weight you carried, I did. And now, I say to you, it's time for you to receive. It's time for the cup to be filled again. It's time for your heart to be restored. You have given much. Now, let me pour much more into you. I am restoring your joy. Yes, that deep, vibrant, unshakable joy that cannot be taken by circumstance. You've known happiness that comes and goes, but I am offering you something greater. Joy that remains. A joy that dances in the middle of the storm. A joy that sings in the prison cell. A joy that lifts your eyes when the tears still fall. This joy is your strength, and I am placing it within you like a river that will never run dry. I want you to dream again. Yes, dream without fear. You have placed some dreams on the shelf, convinced they were too big or too far gone. But I am the God of dreams. I am the one who planted them in you in the first place. I never ask you to pursue a dream without first giving you the grace to fulfill it. So take those dreams down. Dust them off. Hold them before me in faith. I will breathe life into them again. Some may look different than you expected. Some may take you down unfamiliar paths. But trust me, every path I lead you on will end in promise. Your identity is not in your performance, your position, your possessions, or the praise of people. Your identity is found in one place alone, in me. You are my child. That is who you are. No title can add to that, and no failure can subtract from it. I have called you by name, and you are mine. You belong. You have a place. You are significant, not because of what you do, but because of whose you are. I see how the enemy has tried to distort your view of yourself. He has whispered lies in your ear, hoping you would accept them as truth. He has used people, circumstances, and even your own inner voice to plant seeds of shame and self-hate. But I am uprooting every lie now. I am exposing every false label and tearing down every stronghold in your mind. You are not worthless. You are not rejected. You are not forgotten. You are not broken beyond repair. You are loved. You are wanted. You are whole in me. Let these words sink deep. I take delight in you, yes, you. Not just when you pray fervently or worship loudly. Not just when you read scripture or serve others, but always. I delight in who you are, even in your process, even in your progress, even in your imperfect pursuit of me. I love your voice. I love your heart. I love the way you try. I love that you still believe. I love that you haven't quit. You may have stumbled, but you have not failed. You may have wandered, but you have not been lost to me. Every step you've taken has been under my watchful eye. Every detour I've used for your development. Every delay I've turned into divine alignment. I have not wasted a moment of your journey, and I will not let you finish in defeat. You were created to overcome. So now, my child, take a deep breath. Let my peace fill every anxious place. Let my truth drive out every lie. Let my love wash over you like a healing rain. You are not alone. You are not behind. You are not beyond hope. You are mine. Come closer now, my beloved, for in this hour I want to speak directly to that place within you that has grown weary, not because of sin, but because of the constant battles. I know how exhausting it has been. I see how you've stood in the gap, how you fought for your family, how you've prayed in silence, cried behind closed doors, and yet kept smiling in front of others. I've watched as you put your pain aside just to encourage someone else. You have endured much, and now I want you to know your endurance has not gone unnoticed. Every sacrifice, every secret intercession, every moment you chose to love when it hurt, I have seen it all. You are stronger than you think, not because you have figured out everything, but because in your weakness, you've clung to me. You've let my spirit be your strength, and that is what makes you unstoppable. Yes, the enemy has tried to wear you down with fatigue, frustration, and fear. He thought he could silence you with pressure, but what he failed to realize is that pressure produces power when you are rooted in me. You are not being crushed. You are being refined. You are not being destroyed. You are being elevated. Your season of hiddenness was not punishment. It was preparation. You have learned to find me in the secret place. You have developed spiritual muscles that can only grow through quiet obedience. You have built an altar of faith where no one else could see. And now, I am calling you out, not out of hiding in shame, but into shining in purpose. I am revealing you in the timing of heaven. When I bring you forth, no one will be able to deny that it was me who raised you. I am the one who exalts. I am the one who promotes. I am the one who establishes a platform not for ego, but for impact. Don't fear this new season. Yes, it will require more of you, but it will also reveal more of me. The challenges you'll face are not greater than the grace I've placed upon you. I will be your portion. I will be your source. You don't need to perform or prove anything. Just be who I created you to be. Walk humbly, love deeply, speak boldly, shine naturally. Your presence carries the fragrance of my spirit. When you show up, I show up through you, but remember, with every elevation comes new responsibility. Guard your heart. Stay low before me. Do not allow pride to enter in when people begin to notice the glory on your life. Give me the glory, always. Let your life be a mirror that reflects my goodness. And when opposition rises, and it will, do not retreat. Opposition is proof that you are walking in destiny. Do not let criticism derail your calling. Not everyone will understand the favor on your life. Not everyone will celebrate what I'm doing in you, but that is not your concern. Keep your eyes on me. Stay faithful. Stay focused. And I will surround you with the right people. Divine connections are being arranged even now. People who will encourage you, sharpen you, protect your heart, and remind you of who you are in me. I am removing toxic ties. I'm closing doors to relationships that drain and distract. You may not understand it at first, but trust me, every separation is for your preservation. I want your inner circle to be full of faith, not fear, of builders, not destroyers, of those who see you as I do, not through jealousy, but through spiritual eyes. Let me lead you in love. There are people I'm calling you to reach, to speak to pour into. Don't disqualify yourself. Don't think your past invalidates your purpose. In fact, your scars are the very proof of my grace. They are your testimony. You are not here to pretend perfection. You are here to reveal redemption. The world doesn't need flawless faces. It needs healed hearts. And you, my child, are a healing carrier. You will walk into rooms and shift the atmosphere. You will speak words that ignite dead dreams. You will bring clarity where there has been confusion. Because you have walked through fire and come out refined. You have cried in the dark and still sung my praises. You have questioned but kept moving forward. You have doubted but didn't stop praying. And that's what I bless. Not perfection but perseverance. Not flawless faith, but enduring love. That's what draws me. Your heart that refuses to quit. Let me now refresh you. Let me anoint your head with oil and prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. Yes, I will vindicate you. You won't have to explain or defend yourself. I will do it for you. Your obedience will speak louder than any lie. Your fruit will silence the gossip. Your peace will preach louder than your pain ever did. Let me clothe you now in new garments, garments of praise, of righteousness, of authority. Take your place, no longer as the one overlooked or underestimated, but as the one chosen, trusted, and commissioned by heaven. There is a weight of glory resting upon you. Walk in it, speak with it, love through it, heal with it, serve in it. This is your inheritance, not just blessing for you, but blessing through you. I'm doing more than restoring what you lost. I'm multiplying it. More joy, more influence, more revelation, more fire, more presence. And you will not walk in lack, not spiritually, emotionally, or physically. Provision is coming. Ideas are coming. Strategies are coming. Clarity is coming. It is all flowing from the throne. For you, my beloved. Now, my child, open your spirit wider still, for what I am about to speak carries the weight of eternity. You have journeyed long through seasons of uncertainty and storms of discouragement. But I, the Lord your God, declare to you today, you are entering a season of fulfillment. You will see with your eyes what you have only dared to dream in your heart. The promises I have whispered in the quiet corners of your soul are about to rise into reality. But hear me, not by your efforts, not by your wisdom, not by your striving, but by my Spirit, by my word, and by my favor. it shall come to pass. There are doors I'm opening for you that no man can shut. There are opportunities I am presenting that are not based on your qualifications, but on your calling. You have been tested in the fire, and you came forth as gold. You did not let bitterness take root in your heart when others overlooked you. You did not let envy poison your soul when others were promoted ahead of you. Instead, you chose to praise me in the hallway, to worship while you waited. And because of that, I'm trusting you with more. More influence, yes, but also more authority, more clarity, more revelation. I am increasing your spiritual sensitivity. You will hear my voice with greater ease. You will discern my movement more clearly. You will be guided by my spirit in ways that astonish even you. What used to confuse you will now become crystal clear. What once seemed like chaos, I will help you interpret as divine alignment. And you will teach others, not with pride, but with purity. Not to gain applause, but to give me glory. I am placing a teaching mantle upon you. Your words will carry weight because they come from experience, not theory. You've been in the valley. You've walked through the fire. You've climbed the mountain with scraped knees and a trembling heart. So when you speak, chains will break. When you testify, hearts will awaken. When you lay hands, healing will come. Not because of you, but because of my spirit in you. And now let me speak to your heart regarding the relationships in your life. I have watched your love, how fiercely you love, how freely you give, even when it costs you deeply. I see the wounds others have left. Those who used you, those who didn't appreciate you, those who misunderstood your intentions. I know the pain you carry, even when you smile. But I am healing those wounds now. I am restoring what was broken. You are not hard to love. You are not too much. You are a gift. And I am bringing people into your life who will see you through the lens of heaven. They will love you not for what you do, but for who you are. These new relationships will be safe. They will be life-giving. They will sharpen you, refresh you, and walk beside you in purpose. For the days of walking alone are ending. Yes, I have been your constant companion, and I always will be. But I also delight in placing others around you to walk in unity, to share in the burdens, and to celebrate the victories. No more pouring into dry wells, no more one-sided efforts. I am bringing balance, mutuality, and restoration to your relationships. I'm also renewing the hearts of your family, those you have been interceding for, those you've been weeping for in the midnight hours. I am moving in their lives. You may not see the full picture yet, but know this. Every prayer you have prayed has been a seed, and those seeds are about to sprout. Even now, I am softening hearts, removing veils, and orchestrating divine encounters. Salvation is coming. Reconciliation is coming. Revival is coming. Not just in your life, but in your household. And what about the provision? Yes, you've been worried. I've heard your silent cries about your finances, your future, your stability. But let me remind you, I am Jehovah Jireh, your provider. I have never let you go hungry. I've never left you without, and I will not start now. I will provide in ways that defy logic. I will use unlikely people in unexpected places to bring you exactly what you need, and not just barely enough, but overflowing, more than enough, because I want you to be a source of blessing to others. You will lend and not borrow. You will give generously because I will provide abundantly. But above all this, above the blessings and breakthroughs, I want your heart. I want your love. I want your eyes to remain fixed on me, not on what I give you. I want you to hunger for my presence more than my provision. Because when you have me, you have everything. Seek first my kingdom, and I promise, all these things shall be added to you. So rise, child of God. Rise with boldness. Rise with confidence. You are not who you used to be. You are not stuck. You are not forgotten. You are being launched. You are being elevated. You are being anointed afresh. The oil that is pouring over your head right now, it is sacred, holy, reserved for this very moment. You are stepping into your divine assignment. Hell tried to stop you. Life tried to break you. People tried to limit you. But I have the final word. And I say live, thrive, flourish, shine. Now, my beloved, hear the thunder in your spirit, for it is not fear, but the awakening of purpose. You stand on the edge of a holy eruption. The ground beneath your feet has felt dry, but I, the Lord your God, declare that a flood of my presence is coming. The dry bones will rise. The long-forgotten dreams will stir. That flicker in your heart, the one you feared had died, I am breathing on it now. What once lay dormant under the weight of disappointment is coming alive under the weight of my glory. This is not the time to shrink back. You were not made to live in hesitation. You were not fashioned to merely survive. You were born of my spirit, created for exploits, marked by grace, and anointed for impact. Let me say this again, so your spirit grabs hold. You are not ordinary. You are extraordinary, not by your own merit, but because I dwell in you. I have placed eternity within your chest and fire upon your tongue. The world needs what I have deposited in you. Do not withhold it. Do not doubt it. Do not bury it. Arise and release it. You say you're afraid, I understand. But do not think fear disqualifies you. It is simply the signal that you're standing on the threshold of something greater. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the resolve to obey despite it. My grace will meet you in your trembling. My power will flow through your obedience. Take the step, even if your knees shake. Open your mouth, even if your voice cracks. I will fill your words with fire and your footsteps with direction. And when the voices of opposition come, because they will, do not be shaken. You are not called to silence every critic. You are called to obey me. Let them speak. You keep walking. Let them doubt. You keep believing. Let them watch. You keep building. The ark wasn't understood until the rain came, but Noah obeyed me anyway, and I vindicated him in my time. I will do the same for you. I will cause every promise to be fulfilled in such undeniable ways that those who mocked will marvel, and those who doubted will declare that surely the Lord was with you. And still I say, remain humble. For the higher I lift you, the deeper your roots must grow. Do not chase platform, chase presence. Do not seek applause, seek alignment. I do not measure greatness the way the world does. To me, greatness is faithfulness. It is loving the one soul no one else sees. It is praying for your enemies when they curse you. It is serving when no one says thank you. It is obeying me when it costs everything. I have seen how you've done these things. When the room was empty, you worshiped. When the reward was unseen, you gave. When your heart was breaking, you still chose to bless others. This is why I trust you. This is why I'm releasing more. Because I know you will not hoard what I give. You will steward it. You will share it. You will reflect me through it. Now look around you. What do you see? You may still see lack, impossibility, even opposition. But I tell you, look again with eyes of faith. Look through the lens of my spirit. For the land you once called barren, I now call fruitful. The walls that stood high before you are now crumbling. The mountains are moving. The enemy is retreating. The heavens are open. This is a Kairos moment, a divine intersection of my power and your obedience. The fire within you is not meant to warm just your heart. It is meant to ignite a generation. You will influence people you've never met. Your words will go further than your feet. Your faith will light a path for others to walk through. I am calling you to be a forerunner, one who runs ahead to prepare the way, one who breaks through where others have stopped. You are called to tear down strongholds, establish my kingdom, and live in the fullness of what I've declared. Do not say, "But who am I?" For I, the Creator of all things, have chosen you. Do not say, "I am not ready," for I have been preparing you in every season, through every trial. Do not say, "I am alone," for I walk with you, I cover you, and I surround you with angel armies. Heaven backs you. My name seals you. My blood speaks for you. My spirit lives in you. This is not the time to hold back. It is the time to press in. Press in to my word. Press in to prayer. Press in to worship. Press in to intimacy. Let your hunger increase. Let your thirst drive you. For those who hunger and thirst for righteousness shall be filled. You will be filled with wisdom, with fire, with love, with boldness. You will be filled so that you can pour out. And what about your future? Do not fear it. I go before you. I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you, to give you hope and a future. You don't have to map it all out. Just follow me. I will take you places you never expected but always hoped for. And when you arrive, you will know it was me all along. So rise now, my child. Shake off the dust of yesterday. Step into the new. The door is open. The time is now. Heaven is watching. The earth is groaning. And you, yes you, are the answer I am sending. Beloved, draw even closer now, for this is the moment where I pour revelation into your innermost being. Everything you've walked through, every detour, delay, disappointment, all of it was leading to this. You've asked why I allowed such trials, and now I answer, because I was preparing you for weighty glory. I was forging a vessel that could carry the fire without being consumed. You see, easy seasons do not produce deep roots. Comfort does not birth greatness. It was in the crushing that your oil was produced. It was in the silence that your discernment grew sharp. It was in the hidden places that you became radiant with my presence. You have become a dwelling place for my spirit. I don't just visit, I abide. You carry my presence not just for your own strength, but to transform every space you walk into. Your shadow will heal. Your words will shift atmospheres. Your presence will carry the fragrance of heaven, because you've learned to host me in secret. You've become a priest in the temple of your own heart. And now I am calling you out, not to a stage, but to a commission. You will represent my heart to a hurting world. There are people waiting for what I've placed inside you. There are souls crying out, and you are the answer I have sent. You don't need a platform. You only need my presence. You don't need a crowd. You only need one obedient yes. For with every yes, I unleash more of my glory. With every act of obedience, chains break, not only in you, but in generations after you. I want to talk to you now about legacy. What you build in this season will outlive you. The choices you make now will echo in eternity. You are breaking generational curses, rewriting family stories, healing ancestral wounds. You are the link between what was and what will be. I've trusted you with this divine assignment because I know your heart. I know your hunger. I know you will not bow to idols of fame or comfort. You want me. And because you've chosen me above all else, I will entrust you with my kingdom. There will be resistance. There will be moments when the enemy tries to distract or discourage. But I have already given you authority. You will trample on serpents and scorpions, and nothing shall by any means harm you. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Every tongue that rises against you in judgment, you shall condemn. For this is your heritage as my servant. Take heart. I am placing new strategies in your mind, new languages in your mouth, new blueprints in your hands. What once confused you will become clear. What once terrified you will become your testimony. Where there was once fear, now there will be fire. Where there was once doubt, now there will be dominion. I speak also to the dreams you've laid down, the ones you deemed too impossible, too late, too broken. I say, pick them back up. I am breathing on them again. I am resurrecting purpose. I am reviving what you thought was dead. You will dream again, and this time you will not just dream, you will build. You will birth visions that shake cities and transform nations, not because of your ability, but because of your availability. And I will back every step with supernatural provision. You've cried for revival. Now prepare to be the vessel through which it flows. Revival will begin in your home, spill into your neighborhood, flood your city, and ripple into the nations. You're not just a believer, you're a carrier of glory. You're not just a recipient of grace, you are a releaser of power. Lay hands and see healing. Speak truth and see deliverance. Declare my word and watch it perform exactly what I sent it to do. And through it all, through the warfare and the wonder, through the burden and the blessing, stay in love with me. Do not let ministry replace intimacy. Do not let movement replace stillness. Let every act of service flow from the overflow of our secret place. I do not want your busyness. I want your heart. I want your gaze. I want your whispers in the dark. I want the songs you sing when no one is watching. That is where your power comes from. Not the noise of crowds, but the nearness of me. As you walk forward, you will feel lighter. The weights are being removed. The heaviness is lifting. The lies are being broken. You are not who you were. You are not bound by the past. You are not limited by your weakness. You are being redefined, reformed, and released. It is time, child. Time to rise into your full identity. Time to move in boldness. Time to speak with clarity. Time to act with authority. Time to love with power. Heaven is roaring over your life. Angels are encamped around you. Creation is groaning for your unveiling. And I, your Father, your King, your Redeemer, I am proud of you. You did not quit. You did not give in. You kept pressing. You kept hoping. You kept believing. And now the harvest is here. And now, my child, step fully into the new. This is not just a shift in your circumstances. It is a shift in your spirit. You are being clothed in garments of glory, wrapped in the mantle of maturity, crowned with the joy of the overcomer. You're no longer the wounded one, the searching soul, the forgotten name. You're my chosen, my healed, my mighty, my beloved. All of heaven celebrates who you are becoming, because they see what I've always known, that you were born for such a time as this. You've asked me for a sign, for confirmation, for a fresh wind, and I've given you all three. This word, this moment, this overwhelming flood of peace you feel even now is the assurance that I am near, that I am for you and that I have gone before you. You do not need to figure out every step. Just take the next one. I am already waiting in tomorrow. I have prepared the way, cleared the path, and fortified your journey with angelic help and divine encounters. Walk boldly. Speak boldly. Live boldly. Your past no longer defines you. The shame that once sat on your shoulders like chains is broken. The voice of condemnation that once whispered unworthiness has been silenced by the blood of my Son. You are free. Not someday, but now. Walk in it. Breathe in it. Dance in it. This is not a fragile freedom. It is eternal, sealed by the one who died and rose again for you. I see you through the lens of redemption. I look at you and see beauty, holiness, potential, destiny. Not because of what you've done, but because of what Jesus has done in you. And I want you to know this: you were never alone in your pain. When you wept, I was the one collecting every tear. When you screamed into the silence, I was the one whispering strength into your soul. When you felt forgotten, I was fighting for you in realms unseen. You are here not by luck, not by chance, but by design. My spirit has preserved you for purpose. My mercy has carried you to this very hour. You are entering into days of divine fulfillment. Prayers long spoken will be answered suddenly. Long-awaited doors will open wide. Relationships that were strained will heal. Provisions will come from unexpected places. Opportunities will align with your purpose. You will see it. You will testify. You will tell the world of what I have done. You will say, "The Lord has been faithful to me," and they will know, because my favor will be undeniable, my power unmistakable, and my peace unshakable in your life. But do not keep this to yourself. As I pour into you, I ask that you pour into others. There are many still wandering, still hurting, still doubting, and you carry the light they need. Share the hope you now walk in. Speak the truth that sets you free. Pray for the brokenhearted, feed the hungry, encourage the weary, clothe the lonely with love. You are my hands and feet. You are my voice in a dry and weary land. Let your life be a living sermon, not of perfection, but of redemption. Show them what grace looks like in motion. And remember, no matter what lies ahead, you will never face it alone. I am your shield, your glory, and the lifter of your head. I am your provider, your protector, your constant. When the world shakes, I remain unshaken. When storms rise, I am the anchor. When battles rage, I am your refuge. In the night I will be your light. In the valley I will be your song. In the silence, I will be your voice. In the weariness, I will be your rest. Give me the glory. Stay humble. Keep your heart tender, your hands open, and your ears attentive. I will speak to you in ways you've never known. I will lead you into adventures of faith that take your breath away. I will bless you not just for you, but for the generations that will follow you. You are a pioneer, a builder, a breaker of chains, a bringer of light. So now arise. This is the day I have made. Rejoice and be glad in it. Step into the full expression of who you are in me. Let your worship rise. Let your heart soar. Let your faith roar like a lion. For the time is now. The harvest is ready. The miracles are in motion. The breakthrough is here. And your life, oh, your beautiful, redeemed, radiant life, will never be the same. Amen. If this word has stirred your heart, share it. Let my message reach those who are hungry for hope.